Hey there, CJ Math students. So before you even start today's video, it's super important to get your homework from yesterday because you're going to need it in order for you to answer these questions correctly, because it's going to act as your notes, right? So remember circumference. The big formula that we use is C equals pi d. D standing for diameter. A diameter is a line that goes all the way across. And for area, we do A equals pi r squared. R standing for radius, a line that only goes halfway across. And remember, r squared is r times itself, not r times 2. Okay, if I give you the radius, if I give you the diameter and you need to find a radius, just take that diameter and divide it by 2. Also, if I give you a radius and you need a diameter, just take that radius and multiply it by 2. All right, so let's get into today's. Make sure your heading's up at the top of the paper. You're going to number the problems. You're going to draw out the pictures in the problems. You don't need to write out the actual problem though itself. So number 1 says, what is the area of the circle shown? As soon as I hear that word area, I should be thinking, oh, I need my area formula. And at this point, if you don't have it out, you're not going to be able to answer this Edpuzzle question correctly. What is the formula for the area of a circle? You should have had A equals pi r squared, right? So now all we're going to do is plug in our numbers. We'll use 3.14 for pi, keep it simple this day, and then we're using 9 for our radius because that line goes halfway across, so it's a radius. Let's do some math. So A is equal to 3.14 times 81, because that's what 9 times 9 is. That is not 9 times 2, it's 9 times 9. 3.14 times 81 gives us our answer. 254.34 inches squared. Why are the inches squared? Because we're working with area. Units are always squared with area. So you'll notice B is our answer. You'll notice on any of these problems, if you get an answer that isn't one of the answer choices, that means you messed up. So number 2, I will have you do on your own. It's working with area. What I would recommend doing right now is pausing the video, making sure you have number 1 on your paper, and then just do number 2 right next to it while it's fresh in your mind. Number 3, it says, what is the circumference of the circle below? Well, as soon as I hear the word circumference, I know that's the distance around a circle, and its formula is C equals pi d. Now the problem with this problem is that they give us a radius again. This is a radius because it only goes halfway across. Clearly, the formula says our circumference is equal to pi times our diameter, d. I need a diameter, a line that goes all the way across. Earlier in the video, I said, hey, if I give you a radius, how do you find the diameter? You just multiply it by 2. So C is equal to 3.14 times 6, because if this is 3, then that means that part is 3, and altogether, that's 6. So your circumference is 18.84 inches. Units are regular this time because circumference is the distance around the shape, which is kind of like perimeter, right? We should no longer get those incorrect. Area, units squared, circumference and perimeter, regular units, okay? Number 4, I'm going to have you do on your own. It is area. So if you need to know how to do number 4, take a look back at number 1 or number 2, because those problems are exactly like number 4. Number 5, I'm also going to have you do on your own because it's related to circumference again. And in fact, this problem is easier than number 4 because this time they actually give you a diameter. So there's no extra work that you have to do. You just have to plug that into the circumference formula of C equals pi times the diameter. All right. Number 6, let's talk about. It says, if a person is attached a 9-foot rope to a pole and walks around the pole one time, approximately how far did the person walk? This problem is clearly talking about distance, and the word that is associated with distance is circumference. So we need our circumference formula for this. So C is equal to pi d. However, you'll notice, I'll kind of sketch this circle out right now. The line that they give you, if that's your circle, is only a radius, right? So now let me erase that. Now that I know that the radius, the problem told us was 9 feet, that means our diameter, we just did it in problem number 3, has to be twice that, right? So circumference is equal to 3.14 times, what is 9 times 2, or 9 plus 9? It's 18. Right? If our radius is halfway across the center, our diameter goes all the way across. So 9 feet here, 9 more feet here. That together is 18. But again, I'll erase that. Right? So your answer for how far he's going to go in one trip around, 56.4 52 feet, so A, about 57. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you get an answer that isn't one of your answer choices, you've messed up. Go back and try it again. Number 7, it says approximately what is the area of the circle shown. I'm going to have you guys do this on your own. Area formula, A equals pi r squared. But the key thing here is this is not a radius. This is a diameter. So again, go back to your notes. If I have a diameter, a line that goes all the way across of 14, how do I figure out what the line is that goes halfway across? I'm going to have you guys do that on your own. Number 8, about how many times larger is the circumference of a circle than its diameter? Interesting. Well, we have a circumference that goes all the way around a circle, and we have a diameter. Let's think about the circumference formula. C is equal to pi d. So our circumference is how many times longer than our diameter? Well, pi, it's 3.14. So about how much longer? B, about 3 times as long, right? Number 9, it says if the diameter of the barrel, you don't have to draw this picture exactly how it's supposed to be, is 5 feet, what is the circumference of the barrel? So again, it says circumference. C is equal to pi d. If you go back in the problem, it said the diameter is what? It's 5 feet, right? Just imagine a line going all the way across that. That's 5 feet. So you have your diameter. You know what pi is. You can figure that out. And lastly, number 10. Again, I'm going to have you do this on your own. It says find the area of the circle shown. So immediately, A equals pi r squared. And understand that you need r. You need a radius. And instead, they gave you a diameter, right? So if your diameter is 16, figure out what your radius is. Diameter goes all the way across, radius only goes halfway across. So if diameter is 16, what's your radius? That's it. Make sure that you listened to the Canvas introduction video, because when you email me a picture of your work, I want you to include the code word in that email. And then we're going to actually take a break from ST Math today. So nice, easy, short lesson. That's it.